Yo,
What's up?
talk about the focus of the defense, certainly the run defense after last week's game.
Uh, we just came in with the mission to get better. Um, Last week is last week. It is what it is. We gotta focus on this week because they're a whole different type of dynamic of team.
So many people have talked about why don't they use Michael Moore off the ball linebacker rather than rush in. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, people have to understand, right? If you actually watching the game, and I kind of just said something about it because I keep saying it. When I'm off the ball or when I'm out the game, teams are passing more. And you got to think, why are teams running the ball? Is it because they don't want to let me pass rush? So, I mean, if you're almost helping these teams by moving me off the ball, which I'm not saying is a bad thing because I do a lot of good things off the ball, especially in the run game, first down, second down, blitzing, and things like that. But also, people also got to realize where we at in the season, right? We at a point in the season where we're getting ready for playoffs. So what does that mean? People have to play, right? We know I can play linebacker. We know I can rush. We know I can do all these different things. But you're trying to see what others can do because when it comes playoff time, you want your best players out there. And how does that look? What can each player do, right? So we building foundation, right? Regular season is meant for you to win. You're going to obviously lose some games. The NFL is hard to win. But obviously a lot of people have to grow. People don't realize this is Damon's first year of really playing at the NFL. Last year he was coming off his injury, was going back and forth, rotating a lot with Leighton and Anthony Barr. Didn't really play. So this is his first true year of playing LB. So, I came in here and I was an All-Pro, but not everyone does that. Like that's not like a rarity thing, like where it's common. Like I think people gotta relax a little bit, give it some time, give it to some space, let people grow. Get a rhythm for the game, bro. Like this isn't an easy sport to play, especially this is the highest level. The best players of each position is out there in the field. So that's just how I feel about it. Just relax. We're going to do a lot of things schematically and build things. And with Dan, I mean, we always get better. We never get worse. So it's going to get better.
Along those lines, how do you deal with their speed, Miami speed?
We got to get to them before they can get their speed. I got to do a great job rushing the quarterback. I got to do a great job setting the edge, slowing these guys down. It's going to take everybody. This is a team where it's not just about the back end. It's about, all 11 doing their job to slow these guys down so they never pick up that 100% speed. We got to come out the stack flying this week. When the screen passes go and when them jet sweeps, we got to come out the stack flying. We got to make him cut back into the rest of the defense and use the sideline.
Is run defense different against a team like this? Mike McCarthy said this is maybe one of the best C-gap running or outside running teams that he's seen.
Yeah, they got so many different combinations of people crack blocking. It's not just set for one person. I think Mike McDaniels and is obviously up there with Kyle Shanahan when it comes to scheme and getting his best guys in the open space and doing dynamic things like that. I mean, I think he's just a terrific OC.
Dan Quinn's talked about you guys have to set a wall on the outside against these guys. How do you think you've done personally holding up edges and things like
that? Each week is emphasis on certain things, and this week is the emphasis on setting the edge. So I just gotta let my play do it for itself. But like I said, people always play the Cowboys differently. It might be some things that we haven't seen. No one's ever seen Josh Allen hand the ball 39 times. Like I said, this is a common thing. I just got to be ready to see what I see when I get out on the field.
You're faster than Tyreek?
Am I faster? Tyreek knows I am faster than him.
Your friendship, along those lines, your friendship with Tyreek, there's a lot of guys that you have those relationships with in the league. Is it more fun when you're going up against a friend like that, and what's the week like leading up?
It's not fun at all when you're getting ready to go against someone like Tyreek Hill because I know I got to run faster than I ever have all year, and I might hit a miles per hour Mach speed. I might hit chasing someone like him, and your conditioning got to be a little bit higher, especially with him, Waddle, and all the dynamic players and running backs they have. So it's always it's never really fun, but it's always fun watching. When I'm watching him going for almost 1,600 yards to the regular season, I'm like, man, this guy's nuts. Like, it's fascinating to watch it, but when you're actually playing, you're like, damn, I got to deal with this now. Like, damn. But it's cool. Tyreek Hill hooked me up with some tickets for my fam. Got some fam coming down for the Christmas game. So, you know, that's a blessing, and, you know, but I'm just excited to play.
How did that friendship kind of begin and everything?
I think it all started at my first year's Pro Bowl. Obviously, when we played each other, and he was like, "Oh man, you're gonna be a beast," things like that. And then, obviously, you know, when we had the fastest man challenge, and obviously I have the throne because no one's haven't beat me or taken it from me yet. You know, he kind of said what he was gonna do, and Chubb kind of said what he was gonna do. I was like, "Chubb, you're not faster than me. There's no way I'm gonna let you beat me." Like, you know, if he beats me, that's one thing, but you're for sure not beating me. He's like, "Man, I'm not finna give you my full speed." I was like, "Well, you do that, I'm finna take off right here." And I think he saw the way I approached everything throughout all the games and stuff. And then, you know, we connected a little bit. And we're in the same thing with, like, streaming, gaming space, like Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, and talk about that a lot and stuff like that.
So the rematch will be in the Pro Bowl again?
I don't know. I don't plan on being a Pro Bowl. Maybe Tyreek, but, you know, I plan on, you know, spending my times here and getting ready for something a little bit bigger. But, you know, the rematch is whenever it's set and date.
They got their own relay team. Who would be on the Cowboys relay team if there was one?
If there's a relay team, you know, I think I had to start us off, and then they'll have to go to like, is this just like active or?
In the locker room.
Okay, and then I think I'm gonna have to hand it off to like to Billy, and then I think he hands it off to probably Turk at the third, and I think Cooks is gonna be the last leg.
Who was your second leg, you said?
Billy.
Billy?
Tyron Billy
Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
You don't know him.
he's gonna hand it to Turk, and then we're gonna let B Cooks be the last leg.
You know about CJ Goodwin? 'Cause he said he's one of the fastest men.
CJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, CJ is pretty fast.
He's rehabbing.
Yeah. He can't really run right now, you know.
3 games left. Do you spend much time looking at playoff scenarios, tiebreakers, those sorts of things? Do you look at those at all?
I see what you guys put out there, but I don't really research it too much because, you know, I try not to look ahead too much. Just keep my feet underneath me. You know, when you tend to look ahead, you kind of misstep. And I think last week's a prime example of just a misstep, coming off a good win, looking ahead of what we could be and things like that. And it was a misstep. You know, we was off our game and we wasn't the best. So we got to get better at that.
You talked heading into the Philly game about how much confidence you guys would take from that win, and then you got that win. How much confidence did you take from getting this win on the road?
You know, this is a big one because, you know, I think people are talking about this game a lot. Obviously, they got this dynamic offense, and we're known for our defense and offense, and they got all these great players over there. And it'd just be a good win just to beat a really good team on the road and just get that confidence for what we may have to face and may not have to face come playoff time.
You said Sunday was mind-boggling how y'all played on the road at home. Have y'all figured it out?
I mean, I think figuring it out is like the mindset. You know, it's a mindset of how you approach it. I think, you know, when you're at home, you're comfortable. You know, you kind of do what you do. But when you're on the road, you're in a new space, you're in a new area, you're in a new area, you're in just a new environment. And the mindset is when the Lions, you know, Roman, does he take over the land or does he die? And last week we died, so we got to take over some land this week, bro.
All right.